everyone, Sewagakari here. Today I'm going to be watching the first episode of Kumichou Musume to Sewagakari. And this show I am reacting to because it is the winner of the poll that I did to decide the final show of the new season that I'll be picking up. Technically there's one other show that I'm going to be watching from this season that it just hasn't aired yet, but that's... Aside from that, yeah, this is the last thing that I'm picking up for the season. And as far as what I actually know about it, not too much. The title itself you can kind of glean a lot from. Basically, Yakuza boss babysitting, more or less, is like the translated version of that title. So, Hinamatsuri is the person that comes to mind when I think of such a thing. But I don't know how similar this will be to that show. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too similar. Hinamatsuri, there was like psychic powers and stuff, so that alone is going to be a fairly big difference, I would imagine. But yeah, just like a slice of life show with babysitting Yakuza boss. It sounds entertaining, so it should be a good time. So let's just jump on in and see what that's all about. Before I do, though, I do have to explain my reaction format. I do not show the anime footage itself in this video because of YouTube copyright issues. I do show you subtitles from the show and a timer, so you can get your own copy of the show and get it all synced up, and we watch it together. If you're okay with all that, then feel free to stick around and we can watch some anime together. 3, 2, 1, go. And a beautiful night sky to start us off, too. I know, right? They don't know who they're messing with. Whoever they are. Okay. I take it that's our main character? Our Yakuza boss? And at least he enjoys what he does. That is important in life. Okay, and there's the kid. You can feel the excitement. Yeah, the face is makes it more clear than her initial response did. But yeah, I believe she's excited. That was a hard transition there. Yeah, you're not gonna get him. No chance. Oh, damn. I can almost feel that one. Yeah, wouldn't you trust a child with this man? Well, why wouldn't you? Ooh. Okay, Kirishima Toru, I think that's it. Yeah, the demon of Sakuragi. I believe it. After seeing that, yeah. Okay, opening. We got our opening. Nice little stride from him. And then her turn. The Yakuza's guide to babysitting. Just dragging him along. A kitty cat. I actually wasn't expecting that. Yeah, everyone seems pretty friendly from the opening. Except maybe the bald guy. The girlie in the potato chip was pretty cute. Boom. Man, these guys. I have a feeling there's never a dull moment in their lives. It is nice to see that she has friends. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. And then you just kept kicking that man. Sugihara K. Couldn't be helped, really. Thought he was a Kumichou. That's a nice place. I love a little bit. Babysitting? You're gonna bring in the child, or... Yeah, okay, here she comes. 7 years old. Now I'm all caught up with the, you know, how things are gonna go. You take care of that. You babysit that. She seems so polite and well-behaved, doesn't she? I mean, if we're gonna take care of a child, that seems like a pretty good one. I think that's what he's saying. Yeah, what better way to teach responsibility than to take care of a child? Way more effective than taking care of a pet, you know. Well, not much of a choice then, is there? I'm sure you two will get along fine. I really do love her hair, honestly. Could you imagine just, like, combing it? She is also shy. Somebody is dropping. I mean, he's a Yakuza boss. I think he kind of has to do that. Are you gonna peek too? What were you expecting? I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Doigaza intensifies. So how do you feel about all this? And now we are brushing the hair. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, coincidence. I think she approves. Oh, never mind. Never mind. God, that hair was beautiful and you ruined it. So I hope you can repent from that. That should be a crime against nature to do that to that hair. What are you laughing at? Gonna brush your hair next. Never underestimate the Ojo. Gonna use him as practice. Yeah, it looks good on you. I can explain. This was not by choice. He had kind of a girly pose to go along with it too. I don't think that helped anything. Ugh. It would be very stressful to take care of the child of your Yakuza boss. Like, can't imagine a more stressful job. She's so short, she's barely on camera. No, they make me do work and stuff. Oh, she speaks. Normal is best. Oh, there's some potential kidnappers here. I mean, they're definitely troublemakers, I mean. They seem to hold a grudge, I think. Yeah, I don't think it'll be much of a real threat, but it does complicate things. Because they do have Yaika with us. You don't really want to, yeah, do it in front of her. An idea? What's the idea gonna be? Okay. Buddy, as he says. I love the way he's framing it. And she really is playing along with this. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time. We gotta go. We're gonna beat the shyness out of you. Game's over. We won. Let's go. No need to look back there. It's fine. Let's just go. Yeah, it wasn't much of a game for her, really. All she really got to do was kind of count, essentially, you know. Even pulled that poor man's pants down. That just added insult to injury. But yeah, so far I've taken notes on this Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. Some good advice here. If you had to beat up some people secretly, just make it into a game that gets you out of the way for a minute. Oh, what's up? Yeah, you really need that. I mean, of all the things to forget, though, a Yojo's not complete without the Rondo Seru. She's so small, she can almost fit in that bag. Way ahead of you. Well, then watch the anime. Okay. Is that surprising? That's not what happened. Ooh, that looks really good. Any tamagoyaki for me? Yeah. Are we gonna go in there anyway, even though she told us not to. So what is it? Open house? Oh, okay. Yeah, it definitely is not the case. I mean, a Yakuza coming to your school is a little bit, you know. Okay. But how do we make it better? It is just episode 1 after all. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, him going is the only real option at this point. I'm pretty sure we saw this in, like, the opening. Uh, oh god. I can only imagine how she feels right now. That's actually a really nice drawing. Way better than I could do. All those mothers there, none of which is hers. Came with the show trying to make me cry in episode 1. I don't appreciate that. And here we go. I was waiting for it. The babysitter. Yeah, how do you feel about that one? Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, we got some hardcore blushing over there. God, that's adorable. I know, right? All those mothers just... Rude. Not exactly. Ouch. Let's just leave it at complicated family circumstances. But yeah, I think that cheered her up. I mean, she wants to give it to him, obviously. If it's from you, I'm sure it would make him happy, and the drawing itself is amazing anyway, so you really have nothing to worry about. But, I mean, I do get the feeling, yeah. That I definitely get. Yeah, I just look at that drawing. I mean, it's a little bit outside the lines, but that just adds some extra charm to it. There we go. You better appreciate it. There we go. Oh god, this is so wholesome. Hopefully it'll be a day where she gives him drawings. Because you're the babysitter. We're going there. I also have faith in that. Yes, he is. God, she is so adorable. Oh, my heart. Man, that doesn't melt your heart. I don't know what would. The way she's just kind of like partially peeking out the room just adds to it. Yeah, that really couldn't have gone any better overall. And they're actually standing closer to each other than they were in the previous scene. That's a small touch, but that's nice. Because they almost commented on it before, but they were definitely further apart when they were walking before during the, ambush scene, if you want to call it that. That was a really nice subtle touch. Yeah, there's that. Okay, and we have a redo. A lot of scenery shots. Are we gonna get any characters? Old silhouette of a character. Oh, there we go. Proper forms. Kairi Michi no Yuro is our title song here. I mean, scenery shots themselves do look great. And some shots look even better as a silhouette. Yeah, definitely know those two are. Even in silhouette form. Okay, we have a singer. Perfume, I guess that is. Or... Yojo Slayer. So that's a little bit of an ominous bit there. A kind person, Yasashi Hito. Who is that referring to? I wonder. I guess we'll find out. I mean, I assume Kirishima is his name, right? Maybe show some more of his kindness, or I don't know. But either way, that was the first episode of what was the name of the show again? Kumichou Musume to Sewagakari, right? And yeah, I mean, it's not too far off from what I was expecting. We have a Yakuza guy doing babysitting, right? Right? You know, and after getting a few minutes into the show, you got a good feel for things. You get to see him in his usual habitat, right? Being the brutal Yakuza slayer, whatever they call him, the demon of something or other. I don't remember the titles, but basically that's kind of the reputation he had, right? You don't mess with this man. He just that one guy, he just like kept kicking him essentially over and over again, even when he was on the floor. So the guy can be brutal. He doesn't mess around. So taking him from that to a bit of a new sphere of activity, I don't know what you want to call it, but giving him a new thing to do to build some responsibility and maybe even some kindness, right? But yeah, by giving him a chance to watch the boss's kid essentially take care of her. Yai, I want to say her name was, right? And she, of course, has her own things going on. But he, for the most part, considering this seems to be a pretty new thing for him, I'd say he did pretty well for the most part. Like, he stepped up and went to the open house, right? And that was a bit hard to watch, because you had her here all by herself when all these parents around, you know, the mothers especially, being just getting to see what she doesn't have, like, all around her, right? It hurts, but then suddenly he shows up like a beacon of light to illuminate that dark atmosphere. And so, I mean, obviously she was a little bit taken aback, embarrassed, like hiding behind her paper. It was all really adorable. But the drawing was great. You know, he thought it was great. It was objectively great, right? Also, the mother's reaction to him being there was also pretty funny. Like, because he wanted to hide behind a drawing, but unfortunately, he didn't have a drawing to hide behind, and he wouldn't be rude enough to take hers, right? That he wouldn't do that. But yeah, obviously nobody really knows his role there. Like, they think he's the father, but he's not. It's a little bit complicated to explain the overall situation, so he didn't really. But just leave it at it being complicated, and that's pretty much usually good enough. For the most part, people don't delve into family circumstances any further than that, for the most part. But yeah, he stepped up and showed up, and even if she was a little bit taken aback initially, I'd say overall she was happy that he was there. And I mean, if there was any doubt about that, she made it clear in a future scene, because we had a nice little bit where she's outside their father's room, wants to give him the picture, but kind of a little bit worried about how it'll go, right? And he's able to be there to once again help with that, right? And he did kind of like connect a little bit, you know, empathy, because he also felt similar concerns with going to her and her school, right? Because he's, you know, kind of a new existence in her life. This whole babysitting thing, taking care of her, it's a new thing. They're still very much at like a stranger status, so it definitely takes a lot. And he's a, you know, a Yakuza, so that also, you know, obviously complicates things. But he was understandably nervous to go to the school and put himself in that role, right? Because there's no telling how that's gonna go. Like, what if she flat out rejected him and told him to leave and made a scene, you know, yelled and stuff? That is always a possibility, right? You know, he didn't really know how that would go, but he did it anyway, and it all worked out in the end. And he was able to kind of use that to bond with her, I guess you want to call it that, and gave her the encouragement she needed to actually go in there and do it. And as expected, it went more than well enough. She got that head pat and the appreciation. It was all great, and it was already a really good scene. And I love how she came out to like reassure him that she was glad that he came and all that. That was such a great way to end it off, right? Like, just some real mutual helping each other, encouraging each other. Like, what more could you ask for in this kind of relationship? It's all just so wholesome and wonderful to watch, really. And Yai herself is just insanely cute, right? Like, pretty much the exact kind of character you'd want in this sort of role, in this sort of show, right? I still can't believe he messed up her hair. Like, that mildly triggered me. Like, because that was one of the things I was really focused on, just how beautiful that hair was. And suddenly, and we get a bit of a flashback thing, because him brushing her hair kind of reminded her of her mother brushing her hair when she was really younger. So it was kind of amplifying the scene more and more, and then suddenly it like hard cuts back to it, and the hair is just an absolute mess. This horrible man just ruining it. Like, it bothered me so much. Hopefully, God will be fixed it at some point, but man, I would never let him touch my hair again if I was her. But, you know, he can practice on the blonde dude's name. Don't remember his name. I know it was said a few times, but I can't remember names in first episodes. I barely remember Kirishima and Yai, our main two girls there, but yeah, it was a really, really solid first episode here. Like, I feel like I got a pretty good feel for how the show's going to go in the future. The two of them will continue to bond over time, and maybe he will become a nicer person over time as well, right? But, I mean, he obviously can't get too nice. He's a Yakuza, like, right? But the balance, he's got to have that balance, right? But don't let one interfere with the other, sort of thing. But because, yeah, in general, you don't really associate Yakuza-ness with good fatherhood. Like, it's not usually a thing you do, but But I have faith in this guy being able to handle the babysitting and the Yakuza stuff pretty well. But we'll see. We'll see. Like, we got a bit of an example of that with the pretending it was a game so we could deal with them and not have her see it, right? So that was a good example of him being able to balance those things fairly well for the most part. But although she did yell at him for being a liar and all that, but aside from that, it went fine. I really did give that man twin tails. But yeah, solid first episode. I enjoyed it. I'm interested in watching more, so if you enjoyed my reaction to this, then feel free to watch the next one, I suppose. And yeah, see you next time.